Well, good morning. It's morning again. And welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It is Wednesday, January 20th, the feast day of Saint Fabian, as well as Saint Sebastian, but we'll worry about him next year. But Saint Fabian, he was an early 3rd century pope, and he was martyred for the faith in 250 AD. Today's gospel is from Mark chapter 3, verses 1 through 6. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen. Again he entered the synagogue. There was a man there who had a withered hand. They watched him closely to see if he would cure him on the Sabbath, so that they might accuse him. He said to the man with the withered hand, "Come up here before us." Then he said to them, "Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath rather than to do evil, to save life rather than to destroy it?" But they remained silent. Looking around at them with anger and grieved at their hardness of heart, he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was restored. The Pharisees went out and immediately took counsel with the Herodians against him to put him to death. Man, this is brutal. Such a sad world Jesus lived in, and all Christians. If you put yourself in this story, what did Jesus do wrong? So it says in the footnotes here, Jesus is again depicted in conflict with his adversaries over the question of Sabbath day observance, which we talked about yesterday. His opponents were already ill-disposed toward him because they regarded Jesus as a violator of the Sabbath. Jesus' question, "Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath rather than to do evil?" places the matter in the broader theological context outside the casuistry of the scribes. The answer is obvious. Jesus heals the man with the withered hand in the sight of all and reduces his opponents to silence. So we got these Pharisees they're so tied up on this law, and they ignore the fact of what good Jesus just did. And amongst this scene, you realize how human Jesus is, how fully human, how God incarnate is just like us. What a gift God did to bring Jesus into the world as a human. Because it says right there that Jesus was angry, but yet he grieved at their hardness of heart. So all these people that are attacking him and watching this miraculous healing take place, they still want to turn him in. And so notice Jesus recognized that Jesus was angry and he grieved at their hardness of heart. And this was before he actually did the healing. And then it's like, he did it. And then they still went after him. So it's rough. That's a rough go of it. Whenever you're trying to do good and then people go against you. So they were reduced to silence, but yet they wanted to turn him in. Dang if you do, dang if you don't. So we've heard that before. So as we I believe today is Inauguration Day, the transfer of the presidency from President Trump to President Biden. I really couldn't help but look and think about the laws of abortion, and just reading different articles on the faith of what President Biden plans on doing with the pro-life movement or lack thereof. Now that Biden will supposedly take office today, so just pray for everybody. Just pray for our country. Pray for the world, our moral conscience, as abortion seems to be more and more, a right. So please pray for all those lost souls and continue to pray for them. That's it. Have a great day. God bless. Keep it real. In the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen.